Chinese food, something I miss horribly and cannot get in this country. Anyway, it is back on the menu in Israel, thank goodness, because the Ministry of Tourism is pushing to increase the already growing rates of Chinese tourists. And now getting chefs back to school. Can celebrity chefs from China teach Israelis how to master the wok? Here's more from our own Westropp-Evans.
Something's cooking in Israel's kitchens, and I-24 News went to get a taste. The tourism ministry is bringing celebrity chefs from China with the aim to answer an age-old question. Can Israelis learn how to cook with flavors of the Far East?
We've noticed the Chinese tourist has different travel habits than other tourists, and he expects to see something different when he arrives in Israel. So within this framework, the culinary side plays a big part because the Chinese tourist expects to eat food similar to what he eats in China.
Israel is sharpening its approach with this initiative, seeing record tourism from China. The number of tourists from the land of the Red Dragon has increased tenfold over the last decade. And the boom is set to continue. 10 weekly direct flights between China and Israel will start in August of this year, leading many to turn their focus to ways to accommodate this newfound Chinese appetite. And local chefs are feeling that Szechuan burn. With Sheraton Hotel's executive chef Shalom Kodesh saying there is a changing culinary landscape in the land of milk and honey.
We're having groups of 40, 60, and I saw it every one of our hotel, and I think it's very important tourism, and we want to give them to enjoy their visit, also with the food, to have what they want.
As Israel expands its view eastward, the government is eager to push cultural ties, training Chinese language tour guides and leading marketing pushes with an Asian flavor. And celebrity chef David Liu seems to think Israel is on the right path to get the most of the massive Chinese tourism market.
More Chinese can come because it's a beautiful country with a long history and culture, like China. If the local chefs here can learn to cook authentic Chinese food, then they can inspire more tourism from China.
Israel is working hard to warm ties with China, but the question remains, will it get the taste of Asia? These chefs think they can take the heat. Westropp-Evans, I-24 News.
All right, now I'm very, very hungry. Asher is here on set with us with more. First of all, like I've been talking about this for 3 years, how impossible it is to get good Asian food. It's like one of those things that I miss about the States. So I guess I'm not alone.
No, certainly not. And it seems that Chinese tourists who come over to this country really want to try and experience some of the flavors of home and sort of try and bring some of that flavor over here. So this push is really trying to get chefs over here to try and understand the culinary cuisine of China, even with the challenges of trying to cook kosher versions of Chinese food.
You have these challenges because so many, so many of their meals are
you're mixing. You're not getting shrimp,
exactly. Like, it's gonna be hard getting stir-fried pork on the menu. But still, come on, a good Chinese chicken salad. I miss my cashew chicken. I miss oh, wow. So what are the chances now for meeting these chefs, like given, the push from the Ministry of Tourism, of some of them making the move here? Like, do any of them seem interested in leaving China and living
Maybe
here?
so. I mean, part of the Ministry of Tourism's push is that they really want to try and get more Chinese language tour guides over here, more Chinese language focused programs. If that includes bringing chefs, perhaps that might be the next step. I'll have to see where it goes, but really trying to accommodate those big groups of Chinese tourists that come all the way over from China to Israel.
It really is quite amazing to see. I mean, I've seen it myself. Like, there are a lot of Chinese tourists, and I mean, obviously, it's a huge market if they're adding these direct flights. What do you think, the Chinese tourists most, like about coming to Israel?
Look, it seems to be that once these direct flights opened up, the tourists were ready to come anyway. They were really ready to open up to a new market and see the experiences, the history and the culture that Israel has to offer. I mean, there's really a lot to offer here, and we've seen that number jump tenfold in just 10 years. I mean, that's a huge
And imagine now
increase.
when the direct flights start, it's going to be
even more so.
You'll probably get more people from China than from America.
Absolutely right. And the Chinese that come here here. 58% come in groups, and they spend an average of $241 a day, which is double what tourists from Europe are spending here in Israel. So they're really ready to come, spend some money, have a good time, and really experience everything that Israel has to offer.
Which is so fantastic, especially given the the economic relationship, but the business relationship that continues to grow. It's a nice, long-standing diplomatic connection.